There are some skincare products that are kind of unnecessary and others that are a complete waste of your time. On this video, we're going to count down 5 of the biggest offenders. I would put these in the category of unnecessary. Essences and mists are basically fancy ways to moisturize your skin. These in general originated in South Korea, where people are doing 10 to 12-step skincare routines. And so if you want to undergo a 10 or 12-step skincare routine, you need 10 or 12 products to use. And so companies have taken upon themselves to create categories of products that may not be all that necessary, but they are new and kind of different. And that's where I would put these products. Essences are similar to serums in that they are very light, they're oftentimes clear, and they're great moisturizers of the skin. Mists probably originated from spring water that people would spray their face with throughout the day as a way to basically hydrate their skin. But neither of these products are necessary if you're using a good moisturizer. So if you want to have hydrated skin, the simplest and easiest way is to use a good vitamin C serum in the morning and then add a moisturizer on top of that if needed. At night, use a good anti-aging type of moisturizer, like one that contains retinol or one that contains bakuchiol. If you have extra money to burn and you want to try some essences and mists, go ahead and do so, but they're not absolutely necessary. Do you really need an eye cream? Well, the answer is not necessarily. Oftentimes, eye creams are made with similar ingredients as facial creams, just maybe a little less concentrated. Now, our eyelids are the thinnest skin of our entire body, and it's true that they can be a bit more sensitive, especially to active ingredients, than, let's say, the skin of your cheeks. But if your eye cream does not contain an active ingredient, let's say, like retinol, or an ingredient that's specifically made to tighten the eyelid skin, like caffeine, or reduce dark spots, like, let's say, tea extract, then really an eye cream separately isn't all that necessary. So that being said, here are some simple rules for getting eye creams. Number 1, if you're interested in an instant result, it can make sense to get an eye cream that contains an ingredient like caffeine that can constrict that skin immediately. Number 2, if you're just looking to moisturize the eyelid skin and you're not necessarily looking to put something truly active on it, then you might as well just apply your normal facial moisturizer onto your cheeks and then onto the eyelids as well. And number 3, if you're looking to apply an active ingredient like, let's say, retinol, then it may make sense to buy a retinol eye cream that has a less concentration than, let's say, a facial retinol cream. But if you want to save money, then it can make sense to apply the facial retinol cream to your eyelids, but limit applying it to maybe twice a week starting out. Toners originated as astringents, and these were alcohol-based substances that you would apply on your skin, and as that alcohol would dry, it would make your skin feel tighter and cleaner and kind of like squeaky almost. But the problem with these toners is that even though initially your skin may feel squeaky clean, it would get over-dried by the alcohol. And oftentimes your skin would react to this over-drying of the skin by creating excess oil. Well, the current toners are now advertised to basically balance the pH of your skin. And there are some people that love applying toners. I tell you, my mom loves applying our Youn Beauty green tea toner. She asks for literally like 2 bottles every month of this stuff. But in reality, toners are a step in skincare that you can skip if you want to. In general, if you've got a good gentle cleanser, you can skip from the gentle cleanser to, let's say, the vitamin C serum without having to do a toner in between. Makeup wipes were super popular in the early 2000s, but over the last few years they've become less and less popular for several reasons. First of all, they are not necessarily so good for the environment. Makeup wipes can take a long time to degrade, and they do create a good amount of waste if you're using a makeup wipe every night. Secondly, there are some doctors and makeup artists who believe that it doesn't really clean the makeup off your face, it just smudges it all around your face. And third, some makeup wipes contain preservatives and alcohol as a way to prevent bacteria from growing on it. Because these makeup wipes are wet, they can potentially be a breeding ground for bacteria if they don't contain antibacterials, like alcohol and other types of chemicals. So instead of using a makeup wipe, try using micellar water, which can be quite inexpensive, or you can use a makeup removing oil cleanser. In my line Youn Beauty, one of our newest products is our Youn Beauty makeup removing oil cleanser, which a lot of our clients love. These can be better for your skin and for the environment. The American Academy of Dermatology recommends sunscreen with at least an SPF 30. This will block 97% of the sun's rays. So then, is it worthwhile to pay extra for SPF 100 or 120 to block even more of that? Well, the answer is basically no. When you're already blocking 97% of the sun's rays, why would you pay all that extra money to get another 1 or 2% coverage? The difference between an SPF 15 and an SPF 30 is much larger than the difference between an SPF 30 and an SPF 100. An SPF 15 will block about 93% of the sun's rays, while an SPF 30 will block 97% of the sun's rays, but an SPF 100 only blocks 99% of the sun's rays. So is it truly worth paying all that extra money for that extra 2% coverage? I'll leave it up to you. So these are skincare products that you may not need that can save you a ton of money. But what are the actual best bangs for your buck in plastic surgery and cosmetic treatments? I cover my top 5 best bangs for your cosmetic buck and the 3 worst in this video right up here. And remember, eat real food, use clean skincare, and auto-rejuvenate before you operate.